Hi, this is Phyllis. Welcome back again to my channel. Today's project is going to be my first Sunday necklace. I made this to match my first Sunday bracelet, and this is it is made of these glass pearls and rondelles. And stay tuned for the end. If you like this project, stay tuned for my materials list and we'll get started. I'll show you how to make it. The materials for today's project are these strands of crystal pearls and crystal rondelles that I got from Walmart. They were, I don't know, $5 a strand. So I got one that says glass strand, and well, they both say glass strand, but one of them came with the mix of 6mm, 8mm pearls along with these crystal rondelles. And then the other one was 4mm, 6mm, 8mm, and 10mm pearls. I'm going to be using all of them today, all of these, along with size 11 OC beads and my frosted matte silver and my palladium plated Mayuki. I'm also using 2 needles. I have 2 size 10 needles, and I'm going to double the thread and take a chance of using the double thread on these 2 needles. And this is the thread that I'm using today, my good thread. Oh, come on. Yes, this is the good thread that I'm using. I'm going to use my tape measure or ruler, my scissors, my pliers. I have 2 pairs today for opening and closing jump rings, and I'm going to be using my 10mm twisted jump rings, my 15 by 10 lobster claw, my wire guardians, and of course these are all in stainless steel, and my if I didn't say my scissors, and my bead board. And today I have my gray bead mat over the bead board so that it won't be hard to see these white crystals and white pearls and these crystal AB rondelles. If you like the project that you saw at the beginning, gather your materials and stay tuned. We will get started. And I have already strung my needles with the good thread. I have over maybe 2.5 yards, and this what we're going to use is we're going to use it like this, double the thread, because these pearls are glass and they're heavy. So I don't want to crimp, because that's not going to give me the flexibility that I need. So that's why I am doubling this thread. It's pretty sturdy, so that's what we're going to do. See you in a minute. To begin, I have taken the liberty of stringing on my wire guardian and the lobster claw part of my clasp, and that's all I've done. I'm using 2 needles and my tails are even. I'm going to pick up a 1 size 11 seed bead, and I'm going to cross my needle into that seed bead, and I'm going to pull my thread, and this will make sure that my tails remain even. Then on both needles, I'm going to string 5 seed beads on both of them. And then I'm going to string on, I think 5 is enough. I'm going to string on my 10mm pearl on one needle and pull that pearl onto my thread and cross the needle, the other needle, into it, and pull these threads. And this is what we have. That's just the beginning, and this is how we're going to end it whenever we put the jump ring on the other end. So right now I don't need any more of the seed beads, and that's my palladium color. And I'm going to move these a little out of the way so that we're not so blurry. All right, so now this is what we have, and to continue we're going to make our length, and it's a simple process. We already have our first point of our right angle weave, and on both needles we're going to string 2 of our rondelles, and then on either needle I'm going to string a pearl. Pull that down off the needle, cross the other needle into it, pull the threads, and this is what we have. This is it. This is going to be the base. This is going to be our collar portion of the necklace. We'll do that again. String on both needles 2 rondelles, and then on either needle string on a pearl, pull it off the needle, cross the other needle into it, it's a little fiddly because I've got this thread doubled, but that's okay. And then pull your thread, and it's going to continue. It's going to look like this. It's just going to look like this. And then as we continue, my phone is ringing. That's okay. I think I'm still recording. So we're going to do the same process all the way down. On both needles you string 2 of your rondelles, and on either needle you string on a pearl and cross the other needle in it, pull your threads, trying not to get anything crossed up, and my thread came out of my needle, so I am not discouraged. So this is what you do in order to get your entire length. And I have already measured my neck, and I know that I need 15 3/4 inches, including that is the total length. And I'm going to continue making these right angle weave units until I have my length minus what I need for my wire guardian and jump ring. So I'll see you in a few minutes. I have reached my length, and I have also taken the liberty of stringing on 5 seed beads on each side of this the last 10mm pearl that I'm using. So I've got 5 seed beads on each side, and I'm going to do just like we did on this end when I picked up a 1 seed bead and crossed through it. I'm going to do that. right now, and then I'm going to reinforce. Okay, so I've got the one, and I pull this off my needle, and I cross the other thread through it, going the other way, pull my needles, and this is what we have, just like that. So it looks just like this side, except that it doesn't have the other part of the clasping on it yet. And I'm going to go ahead and run my needles back through so this does not come, so it doesn't loosen up, and I'll be right back. That's all I'm going to do. You don't have to watch me do that. I'm going to run my right needle around these seed beads through the pearl and back up, and the same thing with the left needle. I'm going to come down this way through the pearl and back up, and then I'm going to add the other part of the clasping. So now this is tight, it's not loose, the beads aren't coming out of formation. So I grab my wire guardian and I pass the needle into the one side and down the other side. You know, I backed this off, maybe I didn't need to. That might be a little better. Pass my needle through the other side, hold on so that the thread does not come out of the wire guardian. I'm going to pick up my jump ring and let it slide itself into the groove, the hole, the opening there, and I am going to give my wire guardian a squeeze. Just a little squeeze so that the jump ring doesn't fall out. And then I'm just going to take this needle, because I was working with my right needle and the thread was exiting out the right side of this jump ring. So I'm going to pass back in it. Pull my thread, and because this is doubled, I just want to arrange it so that it sits properly, that the thread is not bunched up, so that when I do the other side, of course we've got some bunching and some twisting, and when I do the other side it will be right. Okay, so this is what we have. The thread is still in the groove of the wire guardian. So what I'm going to do with my right needle, I'm just going to go ahead and advance through the rest of these beads here on this side. It's a little tight in there. And through the pearl. Then I'm going to get my other needle, the left needle. And the left needle, I'm going to do the exact same thing I just did with the right needle. I'm going to pass my needle up into the wire guardian on this side. Oh, I have some resistance. So when I have resistance, I don't play around. I don't want the needle to stick in my finger, so I'll get my pliers and I'll hold on to this because I don't want the thread, I don't want these pieces moving around because I have that thread doubled and I don't want a problem. So I just take this end of the needle with these pliers and use them for my strength. And of course, we still have resistance. Okay, there you go. And I'll go ahead and hold on to that wire guardian, and I'm going to pull the other thread. See, I pulled the other thread and it just tightened right back up. I just don't like that resistance. Okay, so anyway, I have to continue passing my needle through. I'm going to go around the jump ring and to the other side of the wire guardian, and it looks like my thread has come out. Oh, I see what's going on. I see. All right, I'm going to get my pliers again because I don't want to have this needle inside of my finger, and I'm just going to push down on it some until it comes through a little bit more, and then there you go. Then I'll just get it from this side here and hold on to the wire guardian and pull. Let me tell you, pliers are a wonderful help in time of resistance. Well, I'm saying that. I'm just going to pull it through. And there you go. And of course, my thread came out. So let me fix that, and then I'll show you the next steps. Well, after it's been about a half hour since I turned off the camera to fix my thread mess. So what happened was my thread broke, so now my one side is significantly shorter than the other side. So this is what I'm going to do. I have done what I said. I went through, I reinforced, and I crossed my needles through the last pearl that I had on. So because I have a shorter thread here, I'm going to advance that needle through those two rondelles, and I'm going to take my other needle, the left needle, and I'm going to advance through the rondelles and the pearl to meet up with my short thread over here. And I'm going to just tie these. Uh-oh, I've got some thread hanging out. What that thread is hanging out? Why is my thread hanging out up here? Okay, well, anyways, I'm going to tie these. After I untangle this mess, how about that? Wow, I guess that's the occupational hazard of a beater. Thread entanglement. All right, here we go. All right, I'm going to just tie one knot. And pull it tightly. And make another loop, and this time I'm going to go through that loop now I'm tangled up on stuff that's not on the beadboard. My goodness. All right, I went through it once and now twice, and get tangled up on the project. And I'm going to definitely pull pretty tightly here. And then with my short thread, I'm going to pass into the pearl. Just like this. Okay, we have a little looseness going on, but that is okay because our right angle weave units are intact. This is a pretty sturdy pretty sturdy unit, pretty sturdy project. And so this is what we have going on. We have an entire collar length necklace going on, and you could be done right there. You could just be done right there. And it is a little heavy because it is those are those glass pearls, but we have a match for our first Sunday bracelet. So I'd like to thank you for hanging out with me. And if you are done with this part of your first Sunday necklace, then that is awesome. We can be done. But join me for a second part to this first Sunday necklace. And hopefully I will see you in the next video. So long.